campaigning against inequality and poverty within New Zealand. This is one of 60 conferences being held around New Zealand by the First Union, an outlet that campaigns for better working conditions for local and nationwide employees.
And it's part of our role about getting decent work, combating inequality in New Zealand, because we have a growing working poor, and that growing working poor almost is entirely composed of non-union people. So we want to get them into the union, get them decent wages, get that minimum wage up to a living wage, and make sure that this is, in New Zealand, a good place to live.
This year's Stop Work conferences coincide with the general election. 3 political parties, the Greens, Internet Mana and Labour, were invited to take part. Robert Reid, the Union First's General Secretary, says it's because their policies are closely aligned to the union's interests. The National Party, the only ones not to receive an invitation.
National Party have plenty other chances to get their views across, and when you read their policies, they do not have the interests of workers at heart. They're trying to make it harder for workers to be in unions, harder for unions to operate, so we don't see any reason why we should give them a platform.
The union represents workers in the finance, retail, logistics and transport sectors. Mr Reid says in order to vote change, he's hoping more union workers won't forget to vote on September 20th.
In order to make sure that your vote counts, you actually have to use it, and that's the message that we'll be putting forward to our members today.
Currently, only 20% of workers are part of a union, but Mr Reid is hoping that figure will change.
We have 27,000 members throughout the country, and our main role is to try and get decent wages and conditions for those members.
The First Union bargains for wage increases, supports hundreds of workers through disciplinary hearings, and saves the jobs of many who would have otherwise been dismissed. Emma Cropper, CTV News.